Well, Dirk, who doesn't dream then?
That wasn't a dream. That was me counting bones. That's how I get to sleep.
I'm going for a walk. Feel an invention coming on. Do you want to come?
No, I don't. I feel a kip coming on.
Suit yourself. You're making a nice job of that.
I got off £100,000 for it the other day.
Did you? Really?
Oh, yeah. Used to belong to Marlon Brando, see?
Did it?
Oh, yeah. But when he started putting on weight and couldn't fit in it, he sold it to me. He bought a lorry after that.
What an interesting story.
Oh, yeah. I've met 'em all, see? I get around me. I've always got my ear to the ground. I anticipate movement. It's a gift, see?
I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. I've been a very lucky boy.
You certainly have. How many people can say they've got a car that used to belong to Marlon Brando?
Only one. Me. Only car he ever had, see?
It's a pleasure to live next door to such an interesting person.
You would say so. What do you do yourself?
I'm an inventor.
Really?
That's me.
What have you invented, then?
Well, I can't talk about my work at the moment because I've got things pending. But my grandfather invented the deck chair, I can tell you that much.
That is interesting.
Well, I must get on.
Yeah. Nice talking to you, mate. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Cheers.
Leave it out, John, means stop doing what you're doing, John. Try and pronounce it out with an R in it. Art. Art. Have you got it yet? Let's give it a try then, shall we? Leave it art, John. That's better, isn't it? Here's another one I'm going to leave you with. All right, Harry, how's it going, pal? Ready, everybody? Here we go, then. All right, Harry, how's it going, pal? There you are. I knew you could do it. See you next week, we old cock sparrows.
And you can join Archie Mackenzie at the same time next week with the third programme in the series, Teach Yourself Cockney. Now, here's Desmond Flounder with today's weather.
Hello there. Well, first here's the forecast for people who won't be going out today. It will be quite a strong draft from under the kitchen door, but all rooms will remain dry throughout the day. There will be some slight mist in the bathroom first thing in the morning, but the good news is that this will clear as the day proceeds. Although there will still be some icy patches in the refrigerator. Front room.
Now, what shall I do? Oh, yes. Time for another kip.
Just had a great idea for a new invention. I must tell Dirk about it. He'll be thrilled. Dirk? Ugh. Reminds me of that horrible dream I had. I'll get rid of that.
Oi! What do you think you're doing? That's my web.
You mean it was your web?
You've just destroyed my home.
Well, you're never in your web. You're always in your hole.
The web is for catching my grub. I've got to eat, you know.
Build another one, can't you?
Do you know how many webs a spider can produce in a lifetime?
I don't know. 151?
5.
Is that all?
Yeah. And that was my 5th.
Sorry.
That'll bring it back, won't it?
I didn't know it was your last web.
You was got us mad at me.
Look, I'll build you another web. I'll build it out of cotton and it'll last you the rest of your life.
Well, all right. When'll it be ready?
I'll do it today.
Well, give us a shout when it's finished.
Okay.
Here, Norm. Who are you talking to?
The spider, Dirk.
Pathetic. Pathetic. Now, what are you doing, Norm?
I'm weaving a web.
Oh, I think I'll go back to sleep.
No, listen, Dirk. Let me tell you about my latest invention.
I'm definitely going back to sleep.
No, listen, Dirk.
Oh, go on then.
Floating soap. Listen. When you drop the soap in the bath, you better find it straight away.
Where's my web?
Shut up, you.
Dirk. I'll do it later, Spider. I must get my latest idea along to the inventions office while it's still hot.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to watch the Mastermind video.
Oh, not again. I'm in that.
And may I have the fourth contender, please? Your name, please.
Norman Lovett,
Occupation.
inventor.
And your chosen specialized subject.
Answering extremely easy questions that ever existed since the beginning of time.
Mr. Lovett, you have 2 minutes on answering extremely easy questions that have ever existed since the beginning of time, starting now. 101 make.
2.
Correct. What is the first letter of the alphabet?
It's an A.
Correct. Red and yellow are what?
They're colours.
Correct. Where do fish live?
Underwater.
Correct. How many legs does a normal adult dog have?
4.
What noise does a cow make?
Oi, guess who I'm playing snooker with?
Marlon Brando?
Leave it out, I played him last week.
I'm in a hurry, you have to tell me.
Steve Davis.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I know him, see? I just rung him up. Said, how do you fancy best of 7 for a century, Steve, me old son? He says, Dal, you're on.
That's fantastic. Do you think you can win?
Oh, yeah. I've beaten Eric and Higgins twice, remember?
Well done. I could talk to you all day, but I really must fly. See ya.
Cheers. Catch you later, pal.
Correct. And at the end of that round, Mr. Lovett, you have scored 25 points and no passes. Thank you very much. So that brings us to the end of the first round. Let us glance at the scores. And in joint third place with 18 points, we have Tim Winkleton and Ivy Ling. In second place with 24 points is cab driver Tom Slipper. But leading the field with 25 points is our inventor, Norman Lovett.
Pay attention when I'm talking to you, sir. These lights, they don't work. Did you know that? No. Well, that's one more. It's no good looking now, is it? And your insurance? Have you got any insurance? What's this here? No windscreen at all. What you been doing? Burning up the M9 or something? That one. These headlights, they're not real, they're just painted on. Look at that, they're just painted on.
And at the end of the second round, Mr. Lovett, you have scored no points at all on general knowledge, and with so many passes that there simply isn't time to go. Mr. Lovett, thank you. So in last place, I'm afraid, with one of the lowest scores ever recorded on Mastermind for General Knowledge, is our inventor, Norman Lovett. However, sharing second place are Tim Winkleton and Ivy Ling, and the runaway winner is our cab driver, Tom Slipper.
Oi, Spider.
What?
How long have you been living here?
Now, let me see. I bought a 25-year lease on the 7th of October, oh, that's coming up to 10 years now. Doesn't time fly?
Are you trying to be funny?
What's it got to do with you, how long I've lived here?
I was just being friendly, that's all.
I don't trust you, dogs.
Oh, yeah. It's spider soup every day with those dogs. Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I only spoke to you because I was bored.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just killing a bit of time, that's all.
Well, let me tell you something, you hairy dick.
You tell me nothing, you eight-legged bird.
Oh, you can count, can you? Surprise, surprise.
Next.
The more legs you have, the more stupid you are. Everyone knows that.
Fancy burying a bone. Do you think it's going to grow into something?
I don't bury bones.
Somebody ought to bury you.
Come here and say that.
I will, you great pillar. Now, right now.
Just about had enough of you.
Dirk, Spider, shut up.
Well, he started it.
I'm sick to death of that spider.
Just had some really good news, Dirk.
What?
They're interested in my floating soap.
They're not.
They are.
Well done, Norm. Put it there. I always said you'd do it in the end.
No, you didn't. You said I should get another job.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was reasoning behind that. It was just to get your adrenaline flowing.
Really? Perhaps you ought to be my manager.
I was going to talk to you about that, Norman.
Yes, Dirk.
Here, Norm. I've had a terrible day. That spider's been moaning all day you haven't finished their web.
I'll finish it later, Spider.
Good.
Hello, Mr. West. It's the Inventions Office, Dirk.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. I understand, Mr. West. Yes. Goodbye.
What's up then, Norm?
Floating soap was done 10 years ago. Invented by a bloke called Nathaniel McGinty. He only sold 115 bars, and most of them sank.
That was a bit unlucky.
That's nothing. After that, he went on and came up with the soap on the rope concept. And he was testing it out in the shower, and he slipped, nearly hung himself.
How's tricks, then?
Not so bad, horse. Could be worse, I suppose.
I'll tell you something.
Go on, then.
I'm fed up hanging on this wall.
Where do you want to go, then?
I don't know.
Well, I could always take you off the wall, hang you in the garden shed.
There's no need to be facetious.
Fed up with you. You've been on every wall in the house.
What about the ceiling? I never hung on the ceiling before.
You want to go on the ceiling?
Yes. Then I can really look down on everything. I'd be like God.
All right. Tomorrow, I'll hang you on the ceiling.
Great. I'm really pleased. Good night, Norm.
Good night, horse.
Which ceiling are you going to hang me on, then?
I'm trying to get to sleep.
I was just wondering, that's all.
I'm not going to hang you on any ceiling, right? It was just a joke. You stay where you are.
No, you're very nice, aren't you?
You wouldn't have liked it on the ceiling anyway.
How do you know?
You'd have been bored stiff staring at the floor all day.
Yes, especially when you'd come into the room and all I would see would be the top of your bald head. You baldy git.
Good night. How can you invent things under these conditions? Good night.